Alright, guys, so I wasn't too interested in making a video about a Batman Beyond Arkham game, but then I got interested in making a. So there's this guy, Slickmoth, who made a poll, and my comment was in the poll, and then it was in a video, so that's cool. Ugh. So, what the, I'll discuss that later. But I have a theory about, I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight right now, and I was doing the Firefly boss fight. The first phase. That video will be on YouTube pretty soon. I'm pretty far into the game, and I still haven't uploaded a single Arkham Knight video. Part of the main playthrough. I've recorded it, I've uploaded it to Xbox Live, uploaded it to OneDrive, then uploaded it to my phone. Just pretend that didn't happen. But the Garfield Lens boss fight, or Firefly, whatever you want to call him, reminded me that Garfield Lens was on Arrow. And then that reminded me of something that I was thinking about the other day that I completely forgot about, which I was going to make a video and then I completely forgot about it. I wonder if anything has really changed via FlashPoint, because that would be really cool. Anything on Arrow, aside from Baby Sarah now being Baby John. I was wondering if anything had changed via FlashPoint. Are all of the flashbacks still canon? Could Yalfei and Shadow still be running around? Probably not. But, it's a thought. Because we don't know anything. I think the flashbacks, I think those are going to stay consistent. I think what we have to worry about as, the flashbacks and flash forwards, I think those are canon and cannot be changed. Unless the story unless they specifically go out of their way to say, unless there's some, they put in evidence right in our face that it's been changed, I think those are, I think those are going to stay, very consistent. We know that the flash forwards will not change, even if Barry does a Flashpoint 2.0. We know that the flash forwards won't change. But the flashbacks, we don't know much about that. I think those are going to stay consistent. And Flash, not a Flash, but I was wondering, maybe, the Firefighter episode, featuring Garfield Lens, which I made a video on a while back, I think. Maybe that episode will have changed via Flashpoint, and so that Garfield Lens wasn't the one that killed all of the cops. One, he could be a good guy. I don't think that's what they're going to do. But two, he could be an even worse bad guy. He could be Firefly, like he is in the comics. And so he'll be tormenting Batwoman or whatever. Wouldn't that be really cool? Not nearly as cool as my theory on Emiko Queen being from Earth 2. Go check that out over here. I'm going to put a link somewhere, probably, maybe, just a little bit. But I think it would be really cool if Garfield Lens was changed by Flashpoint, because he killed himself. In his last... It was a really badass way to kill yourself, but he still killed himself. And he was like, Oliver was like, you're not afraid to, he's like, you really think I'm afraid to die? And he pulls back his bone. He's like, you're not afraid to die, you're afraid to live. I can get you help. He says, thank you. And then says, but I'm already burned, and walks into a fire, and then presumably dies. It's not even presumable. He died, okay? So, he's dead. But Flashpoint could change that, or maybe he's resurrected. I don't think anyone's gonna resurrect him. He's crazy. It's best just to let him die, I think. But I mean, I don't even think Ra's al Ghul would have any use for him. Ra's al Ghul has gone out of his way to resurrect just the weirdest people for some reason. And I don't think Ra's has any use for him. Also, I want Deathstroke back in the Arrowverse. We saw Joe Wilson during the crossover. Joe Wilson will also be featured in next episode, I think. It's either episode 10 or episode 11. So maybe not the next episode. 10 is the next one, which comes out on the 21st. And 11 is the one after that. So I think I think it's supposed to be 10, but it might be 11. But either way, we know that Joe Wilson is going to be in that episode, and they have the Suicide Squad returning, but it's not the Suicide Squad because of obvious reasons. Studio interference. But it's not the Suicide Squad. It's the Ghost Initiative. The reason they're calling it that is the same reason that they can't use Deathstroke. Because the DCEU sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like that movie. Or those movies. Batman did. The DCEU sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I like that movie. That shows I know what I'm talking about. But no, I love those movies. Batman v Superman was actually one of my favorite movies for a while. It's not anymore, and it's gone down the list quite a bit, but only because there's so many better movies that came out recently. Not that my opinion of it has changed. I still love that movie. Mostly the Ultimate Edition. That one was tight. The theatrical edition, that one has, my opinion has changed greatly on that one. But the Ultimate Edition, I was like, huh, got him. This is awesome. But I mean, there's so many better movies that came out recently because you have Deadpool, Deadpool 2. I don't know which one came first, Deadpool or Batman v Superman. One of them. That scared the crap out of me. It only just now saved a recording that I just recorded for the Firefly boss fight, phase 1. But, Infinity War is now one of my favorite movies. I don't know if it's my favorite movie. But Infinity War is doing. So, I seriously think that, maybe not in regular episodes, but anytime the Arrowverse does a crossover, they should be able to introduce whatever character they want from the DC Universe. I think Warner Brothers should at least let that happen, because I think what Warner Brothers is doing is they're too scared that the Arrowverse might do something better than they could possibly do it. Which is the same thing with Marvel, and Ike Perlmutter's decision to cancel, everything relating to the characters they don't have the film rights to. Apparently that was Perlmutter's decision. I think his name is Ike Perlmutter. But that was his fault, I believe. And, they don't want to give free promotion to Fox or Sony or whatever it was. But it was it's not free promotion. That's not how it works. Their movies are promoting their comics, but now they can't promote it, so now they're making all the money because you're too stupid to actually make it for you. So, whatever. But if you want to show them that you can do a better job or if you want to really stab them a bunch and throw gallons of salt in their stab wounds, what you got to do is, in the comics, show them that you can do better than what they're doing. So Spider-Man 3 came out or whatever. So you just reopen your Spider-Man comics and you're like, look at this. It doesn't suck. Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 came out, and then you're just like, oh yeah, look at this. We told the same story, but better. And then with the Arrowverse and the DCEU, what I'm saying here is why don't you compete with yourself? That generally seems like a bad idea in certain areas, but you want to this. Okay, so you don't want to give people what they want because you're too afraid that you're going to do it wrong. So you're already doing it wrong. How about you just have Arrow, have Batman, and then hopefully your Batman doesn't suck major ass. Okay? Is it that hard? I don't think it is. So, the Arrowverse gets Batman, and it's all cool and shit, but then the DCEU has Batman, and it sucks. So you just copy what the Arrowverse is doing, but do it better. And then Arrowverse will have to copy you, but do it better. Now, I think the real reason for this, actually, now that I'm actually doing it, is because in DC Universe launched, and they have Batman on there. They never show his face or anything. They go with this whole mysterious thing, which I think was a bad idea. But they have Batman on there. And I think on the Batwoman show, we're going to see Batman eventually. Season 2. If that show gets a Season 2, we're going to see Batman on there eventually. I guarantee it. If we don't... Okay, well then I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. But if they want to boost ratings, they introduce Batman. And I'm sure that since apparently in the new crossover, or in Elseworlds, they revealed that Batwoman and Batman are cousins, they were lovers in the, I hate that word, it makes me cringe so much, but this is the only thing I can say. They loved each other in the comics for a small period, so there definitely weren't cousins in there unless there's something weird going on there. But they changed it, so obviously Batwoman would want to go look for her cousin, right? You would think, right? So I think in season 2 they're gonna find, like, season 1, the ending of season 1 is gonna have Batwoman just leave or whatever, go around looking places. That was idiotic phrasing. But she's gonna go somewhere, she's gonna look for someone, and right there, she'll, like, leave or whatever. People, there'll be headlines probably from, like, Commissioner Gordon or something. By the way, they should get Ben McKenzie to play that version of Gordon too. Just, like, age him up a little bit. And, like, don't try to pretend it's connected to the Gotham TV series. Don't even try. But get some makeup on him to age him up a little bit. And get that guy to do Gordon. Because he's really good. Apparently he also voiced Batman in Batman Year One. Because they haven't shown Gordon yet. He didn't even have a cameo, did he? If he had a cameo in Elseworlds, then I guess it's too late. But I don't think he did. I feel like I would know. Then again, I'm kind of slow. But yeah, that would be really cool. This video was lost all top. But okay, so at the finale, she's gonna, like, go looking for someone. She's like, there's someone I have to find. And then she just disappears. And then what would really throw people off and be really cool is if in this season 2, episode 1, there's no one in Gotham. It's gone to chaos, and so, like, the Green Arrow steps in and he's like, yo. That would be really cool. So, and then she comes back, like, an episode, or half an episode later with Batman. He's like, I found him. He's here. Got him. That would be really cool. I don't think they can use Batman, though. But I think if... Ooh, I think if they can, that'd be really cool. I guess I'm gonna have to cut this video short. It's all over the place, really, so I'm gonna have a hard time finding a label for this video. So, oh well. But, see you later.